Hey guys, Dylan here, and today we have a start of another series called Road to Infinity War. I know a few other YouTubers are doing similar videos, such as reviewing one MCU movie a week, or just an MCU related video a week. The start of this series is going to be who would win. To start this series, we have a battle between MCU Hulk versus the powerhouse Black Order member, Cull Obsidian, who is the MCU version of the comic character Black Dwarf. This battle will take place in the middle of the desert, nowhere near civilization, and both characters will have their standard equipment, so for MCU Hulk, he can't have any of his gear from Sakaar. They both can't call for help from allies such as Thanos, not that anyone of them would need it anyway, and the morals will be turned off. And with that said, let's get into this. Starting off, we have MCU Hulk. Robert Bruce Banner, MD, PhD, is a world-renowned scientist in the scientific fields of biochemistry, nuclear physics, and of course, gamma radiation. Bruce was among the scientists that attempted to recreate the super soldier serum that made Captain America in World War II. This backfired and Bruce was exposed to high levels of radiation, instead of the intended vital radiation. This event caused Bruce for the first time to turn into the Hulk. Bruce was fearful of the damage he could create, so he chose to live a discreet life in remote parts of the world. Bruce worked making soda, but also worked to find a cure for the sick and poor, while trying to avoid detection from those who tried to take advantage of him. When the massive threat from Loki that S.H.I.E.L.D. picked up, Nick Fury sent Natasha Romanoff to go recruit him. Bruce, at this time, was working on cures for the sick in various parts of the world. Nick Fury got him for his mind, but he knew full well that his alter ego, the Hulk, would come in handy if the time calls for it. After the Avengers split up after the events of the first movie, Bruce and Tony Stark became good friends, and Stark granted him the ability to live in the world without fear of being hunted down. After the Hydra uprising, the Avengers reformed to battle the threat. To make Earth safer, without always needing the Avengers to save it, Bruce helped Stark make Ultron, a highly advanced artificial intelligence system. Ultron quickly turned on them and tried to cause the extinction of humanity. Hulk helped to defeat the villain, but then went off the grid after they beat him. In his exile, Hulk decided to leave Earth somehow and crash-landed on the remote planet called Sakaar. The stressful environment made Hulk not able to revert back to Bruce Banner for 2 years. On Sakaar, Hulk became a gladiator for the Grand Master and was a beloved champion of that world. When Thor arrived on the planet, Hulk had to fight his old friend in the arena. However, after their fight, Hulk, Thor, and the other Avengers escaped the planet, which allowed Bruce to turn back into Banner once more. In the struggle to fight Hela, Asgard was destroyed during Ragnarok, so Bruce joined up with Thor and the surviving Asgardians under the rule of the new King Thor, in the quest to get to Earth. Bruce has the ability to transform into the Hulk, and when he does, it grants him with a wide array of powers and abilities, such as superhuman strength, super leaps, superhuman durability, superhuman stamina, superhuman speed, and a regenerative healing factor. Without needing to turn into the Hulk, Bruce has a genius-level intellect and is a master scientist, a master engineer, a skilled physician, an expert tactician, and has multilingualism. Bruce also knows the martial art Aikido. Now moving on to Cull Obsidian. Since we don't know much about him in the MCU, we will look at him in his comic form where he is called Black Dwarf. In the comics, Cull Obsidian is just another name for the Black Order. Black Dwarf is a member of Thanos' Black Order and is the powerhouse of the Order and the entire army. When the Mad Titan Thanos targeted Earth as the next planet he would annihilate, Black Dwarf was placed in Wakanda. So far, all this information about Black Dwarf will most likely happen to Cull Obsidian in Infinity War or Avengers 4, most likely Infinity War though. Black Dwarf was surprised by the powerful resistance from Wakanda and he was forced to retreat. For this failure, Thanos expelled Black Dwarf from the Black Order entirely. This will happen in the movie, or there might be a slight changes in it, such as Thanos might kill Black Dwarf, but I find this to be unlikely, and if it does happen, he'll just be expelled. Thanos gives him one last chance to prove himself and he sends him to the Peak to prevent it from being reclaimed by the Avengers. Black Dwarf is killed here by Ronan the Accuser, which won't happen in the movie because Ronan is dead in the MCU and someone else will most likely kill him, which will probably happen in Avengers 4. Or he could die in Infinity War and Thanos could go ahead with one or two more of the Black Order and just wipe the floor after he gets a few to all of the Infinity Stones. Anyway, enough theory, back to the topic at hand. Black Dwarf has the powers of superhuman density, strength, and durability, to the extent that his skin is unbreakable. Now moving on to the part that I say who would win in this fight. This was a tough decision to make, but the winner is going to be MCU Hulk. Now you may say that we haven't seen anything from Cull Obsidian in the trailers or in the movies, so this is an unfair battle. But I'm assuming that most everything that happens with the character in the comic books, besides his death at Ronan's hand, is happening in the movie. I've not seen it yet, in fact, it hasn't even been released, so if you're watching this from the future, and this battle does happen in the movie and I'm wrong, well, this is just a theory that he would win. Considering Cull Obsidian will most likely lead the assault into Wakanda, like he does under a different name in the comics, he's most likely going to be defeated by Black Panther, a character that the MCU Hulk can defeat easily. There is a three-way pecking order sort of thing going on here. At the bottom we have Cull Obsidian, then Black Panther, then at the top the character that can defeat the last one down, which means can defeat the one on the bottom as well. Although Cull Obsidian has unbreakable skin, that won't help against the Hulk's brute strength. We have seen the Hulk in movies able to hurt gods and other godlike beings, and Cull is not on that level at all, so will be able to be hurt by the Hulk. He may not be able to puncture his skin, but definitely be able to be hurt by him. The Hulk's healing factor is also present within the MCU, and we have seen it withstand some powerful things before, such as in the first Avengers movie, when he is shot at by about 10 or 15 separate Chitauri chariots. In fact, I don't even think his skin broke at all when this was happening. And that just brings us to the end of yet another video. I hope you guys did like this video. If you did, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye.